The Fellowship Center, apartment living for low-income seniors and the disabled, offering an independent living center, monthly social activities, and transportation. The Fellowship Center, 301 Lafayette Avenue East, Mattoon.
The Charleston House proudly supports Newswatch. Now welcoming guests on Charleston's historic 6th Street, the Charleston House Bed and Breakfast Inn offers refined accommodations in a beautifully restored bed and breakfast. For booking information, visit craigcollection.com or call the number on screen.
TCI Realty, Charleston area's real estate connection. Commercial, land and farm, and residential real estate. Experienced realtors with an up-to-date website at tcirealty.net. TCI Realty supports the students of WEIU Newswatch.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Austin Perez. A hero of the Second World War with deep connections to the city of Charleston was honored Tuesday afternoon by the Coles County Historical Society. From college sports to the Tuskegee Airmen, I learned about the legacy of Major Charles B. Hall.
I'm just so pleased that you all are interested in keeping that information going for generations that are not yet born.
Charles Teddy Hall speaks to a crowd of dozens about his father on Eastern Illinois University's campus Tuesday afternoon. This ribbon cutting, cementing the legacy of his dad, Major Charles B. Hall, one of the famous Tuskegee Airmen. Charleston High School senior Gunnar Barr spoke at Tuesday's ceremony. He helped with a research project that painted the picture of Hall's life before, during, and after his time with the Tuskegee Airmen.
And I knew about them as a World War II buff, of course, but I never knew that someone locally had been in Tuskegee Airmen. So when I found that out and I realized that our town had that connection, it just blew me away.
During the war, Hall made history in 1943 as the first Tuskegee Airman to down an enemy pilot. But before the war, Hall was an ordinary student at EIU with dreams of being a doctor. The Brazil, Indiana native ran track and played football for the Panthers and came to love Charleston.
Learning just about like what Charleston meant to him, he did write a letter to Charleston during the war, which was very cool to have something from him talking about us.
As an airman, Teddy Hall says everyone knew his father for his fearlessness, but he also showed a lot of love for his brothers in arms, not just pilots.
You know, the ground crew was so tough. They told them pilots, look, don't you mess up this airplane on purpose, Don't wear it out if you bring it back like we gave it to you,
Now, a lifetime later, students at EIU will walk by this marker and maybe learn a thing or two about a war hero who once called this campus home. WEIU has also featured the story of Charles Blakely Hall in a documentary film that debuted last spring. You can find more through our website, weiu.net. A major demolition project in Jasper County is now complete. Our partner station WTHI captured these drone shots of that project at the site of the Jasper County Courthouse. County officials say the decision to tear down the existing courthouse came after years of discussion around wear and tear on the building and changing accessibility and safety standards. Foundation work for the new courthouse is expected to start next month, with the new building opening by next fall. A local community college is offering high school students a chance to connect with careers. Lakeland College is hosting a career day for students from 25 area high school districts October 6th. The day will have sessions where students can have in-depth presentations from professionals in fields including communication, art, welding, criminal justice, and more. Organizers say students can also meet with representatives from universities and colleges to ask about programs, opportunities, and scholarships. They say colleges, universities, and organizations that want to present or host tables at the event can register by Friday, October 2nd on the Lakeland website. Illinois health officials have expanded the state's medical marijuana program to include 2 additional medical conditions. On Tuesday, Public Health Director Dr. Samir Vora approved a review from the Medical Cannabis Advisory Board and staff of IDPH for 2 new conditions. Those are sickle cell disease and polyendocrine metabolic ovarian syndrome, previously known as PCOS. Health officials say medical cannabis can help relieve pain for those with these conditions. They say these additions bring the total number of eligible conditions to 58. In international news, dozens of people are dead and hundreds are missing after flash flooding in China and Nepal. This is in the Gyeongsang Tibet, where a massive mudslide swept through Wednesday. A reported earthquake of more than 4 magnitude struck near the Nepal-China border, and government officials say that triggered a large landslide, which in turn blocked a river and sent water downstream. The majority of the deaths and missing appear to be in Nepal. And closer to home, actor Tim Curry, best known for roles in the Rocky Horror Picture Show, Clue, and It, has died at age 80. Los Angeles police say officers responded to a death investigation at a North Hollywood home late last night. An immediate cause of the death wasn't clear. Curry became a cult favorite as Dr. Frankenfurter in Rocky Horror and later played Pennywise in the 1990 It miniseries. He also had a long stage career, earning 3 Tony Award nominations.
Good evening. High temperatures for today, we're looking at Champaign 86, Charleston 87, Robinson 90. As we look at Charleston's overnight temperatures, we're looking at 68 degrees with isolated showers, winds coming from the southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. As those isolated showers push through into Thursday's morning hours, we get to see later in the day partly cloudy skies. Partly cloudy skies with a temperature of 83 degrees. Friday, we're looking at the same conditions, partly cloudy skies with 80 degrees. Saturday, with mostly sunny skies with 82 degrees. As we look for Sunday into the next work week, we're looking at temperatures significantly increasing above what we normally see during this time of year due to the warm air pushing through from the south. Looking through the end of the weekend, Sunday, we're looking at 88 degrees. Going to the next work week, we're looking at 9 degrees, low 90s to mid 90s, and have a good evening.
College football is officially back. Tomorrow night, the Eastern Illinois football team heads to Murray State to kick off their 2026 season. Both teams are looking to improve this season, as Murray State finished 1-11 and EIU went 3-9 last year. The game kicks off Thursday at 6, and our very own Sports Watch reporter Pierce Lehman will be there to cover the action. On to baseball. The St. Louis Cardinals host the Baltimore Orioles and look to bounce back after being swept by the Phillies over the weekend. Pete Alonso gets the scoring started in the top of the third with a 3-run homer. But the O's weren't done, as Christian Encarnacion Strand would then hit a solo shot to make it 4-0. In the bottom of the ninth, Nathan Church would hit a long ball to cut the lead to 4-1 ball game. That would end up being the only run the Cards got, as it was all O's for the rest of the game and a dominant 13-1 win. Staying on the diamond, the Chicago Cubs are in Arizona for Game 2 against the Diamondbacks. Ian Happ had the Cubs off to a strong start in the top of the fourth with a 3-run dinger. But the Diamondbacks fought back with 3 runs of their own in the bottom of the eighth. Then, in the bottom of the ninth, down by 1 with a runner on base, Ryan Waldschmidt hits a fly ball to left field, and it is gone. A walk-off home run as the Diamondbacks come back for a 5-4 win. And that's it for sports. Alexa for the weather watch.
For Thursday, we're looking at 83 degrees. Going to the end of the work week, we're looking at low 80s. Going to the beginning of the next work week, we're looking at high 80s into low 90s and the mid 90s.
Thank you, Alexa, and thank you for joining us tonight. For more news and weather, be sure to log on to our website at WEIU.net. Have yourself a good night.
The Fellowship Center, apartment living for low-income seniors and the disabled, offering an independent living center, monthly social activities, and transportation. The Fellowship Center, 301 Lafayette Avenue East, Mattoon.
The Charleston House proudly supports Newswatch. Now welcoming guests on Charleston's historic 6th Street, the Charleston House Bed and Breakfast Inn offers refined accommodations in a beautifully restored bed and breakfast. For booking information, visit craigcollection.com or call the number on screen.
TCI Realty, Charleston area's real estate connection, commercial, land and farm, and residential real estate. Experienced realtors with an up-to-date website at tcirealty.net. TCI Realty supports the students of WEIU Newswatch.